Okay, I bring this up all the time. I bring up these videos for a reason. These are factual videos. Okay, I'm not giving my opinion. I'm gonna give you, maybe I'm off by one because I didn't feel like counting perfectly. Okay, but here's a video because I found interesting. Right, I keep up with all this stuff. We had a tournament on Cedar Creek. It got canceled, so I didn't fish it. MLF. And then all my stuff going on, like my buddy was up there at North Fork, now he's going to Kentucky Lake. And there was a tournament on Rayburn. The guys from MLF called me and asked me like, what should we do? Or what's your take on the weather for this past weekend? I said, man, you should have the tournament on Saturday. It might storm a little bit, but the weather, the wind's going to be fine. You should be able to take off. They're trying to make it up. They had 2 back-to-back ones scheduled, BFLs on Rayburn. I said, Sunday's going to be tough. I told him, I said, Saturday's going to be fine with the wind. Sunday with the wind, northwest, it's going to be tough. Like, I don't think you can have it. I don't think they had it. I'm pretty sure they didn't have it. I can't find the results. Everywhere I was at, and I was down a little bit further south, it was blowing like 25 out of the north. I knew it would be, northwest, which is horrible on Rayburn. Big, giant 5-6 foot rollers coming down the lake. I still wanted to go see what they did on Saturday. Me and Russ will have a tournament this weekend out there. We hadn't been on the lake. I hadn't been on the lake since the last Toyota. So I just interested at the BFL. Like, what did it have? Like, what won it? Zane Parker, he's a young kid. I think he was in high school last year or the year before, so he's in college now. He's been kind of catching them. He's been catching them pretty good. He won it with like 30. Second was 28. Another young kid, I know his dad, and then third and fourth. I bring up those 4 guys because, listen, I fished against, they were all in the, I want to say, it was Cody Ross was in third, I think, or third and fourth. I can't remember with him and Wyatt Frankens. I know them all. I know all 4 of them. I'm guessing, I don't think any of them will be mad at me, but I'm guessing all 4 of them live scoped. Cody Ross live scoped the entire time in the Toyota, came in second. Hayden Beck has been live scoping. He came in, he had like one of the biggest bags I think he had like the biggest bag on day 3 in the first Toyota we fished on Rayburn. Zane Parker, live scoper. And Wyatt Frankens, live scoper. Okay, and I say live scoper. I'm not saying they can't fish another way. I'm just saying that's all they've been doing lately. It's almost everything I've been doing on Rayburn lately. You want to know why? Because that's who wins. Live scopers. People that are live scoping. I'm not saying that's all. I'm going to repeat this again. I'm not saying that's all they know how to do. I don't really know. All I'm saying is that's all they're probably doing to catch fish. And I agree with them. That's all you should be doing to catch fish. If you're fishing on Rayburn and not live scoping, you're going to get beat by someone live scoping. Plain and simple. Okay? Now, why is that important? I don't know if it's important. I'm just going to throw out some numbers here. They had 86 people in this event in a BFL on Sam Rayburn. Okay? Now, BFLs go to Sam Rayburn for a reason. Rayburn is it's by far the #1 lake in the country for tournaments. They always go to Rayburn, and every tournament always goes to Rayburn for one reason. One, it's phenomenal fishing. It's a giant lake. It can house everything. If it's not Jasper, Lufkin, whatever, they all put in money to these events. It's all set up for fishermen. I mean, Rayburn is a fishing destination lake in the country. It's probably #1. They go there because no matter where you put it, anything in Texas, Rayburn draws the most people. It has for the last 20-something years. And it's because you can catch giant bags out there. You can catch a bunch of fish. It's big. It's awesome. You don't have to deal with like weight boats and all these things. It's literally set up just to fish. It's phenomenal. 86 boats. They had 86 boats in this tournament. Okay? The top 4 guys were live scoping. It went 30 pounds to win, 28 pounds for second, and then dropped all the way down to 21. Okay. So everyone after 4th place probably didn't have 20 pounds. They were 10 pounds behind the leader and 8 pounds behind second. For some of us, it doesn't matter. For me, could care less. For me, right? I mean, okay. I went and had 25 the last day of the Toyota, second day of the Toyota, and 31 the last day of the Toyota. Doesn't matter to me. I don't fish BFLs for other reasons. One, I was going to go fish another lake. We were going to go fish Cedar Creek in a TTO where $20,000 was first. Okay, $10,000 for second. I don't fish BFLs because a couple of reasons. I fished them before, won 3 of them, won a lot of money back then. I won a lot of money back then when I won my events. A lot of money. There was incentive money, all kinds of stuff in the BFL. There was one thing it had. I didn't go look this up. I didn't go look how many people fished the BFLs when I fished them. But it was more than 86. I know, because I was winning a lot of money. You can win some money. But it's a one-day event. That was pretty cool. A lot of times over the years fishing those, you fish around more locals as co-anglers. I started having a lot of problems with co-anglers. Like seeing co-anglers, like going out the next weekend and co-anglers being where I fished the next day or like that day, things like that. And I'm like, man, it's kind of not worth it. It's not worth it, especially if you don't even win. Say you catch a pretty good bag and come in 3rd. Maybe you win like $1,000 and then guys are like all over your stuff the next day or the next week or whatever. I started having too many problems. So I was like, man, maybe it's not for me. But I'm different. I'm not that guy. I have options to go fish other things. So I was like, man, 86 guys. I just looked at like Zane only won like $3,000, 3,000 something, whatever. And this isn't a knock on MLF. That's not their fault. I'm just telling you, this video should be a public announcement to fishermen. I'm going to say young fishermen. And what I mean by that is they're younger than me. Zane, very young. Caden Meck, young. Cody Ross, young. Wyatt Frankins, young. Okay? Wyatt Frankins is probably the oldest of the group. I bet you all of them are still in their 20s. Okay? 2024. And this was, let me rephrase. 2025, I looked up, and this was the April event, right? I just looked up April. I tried to go to 2024 and look up the April event. I think I found it. 92 boats. 2024. Okay. Live Scopers won. 2023, they had a Lake of the Pines in April. Had 112. I looked up the next closest one. I think it was in March. They had 130. 130 boats, 2023. See where I'm going with this? 2022, 174 boats. 2022. So just 3 years ago, they had double the boats. 2021, 214. Now, I've fished VFLs with 250 guys on it. I was used to fishing BFLs with 200 people. Sometimes it dropped in the 100s. A lot of times it was scheduling and things like that, but it was still big. Okay, I looked at 2020. They had like 200 and something boats. I didn't count them all. I just looked and like, yeah, there's a lot of times when you look at that, it'll go down to like 178, and it'll be nothing but 178s because people zeroed or just didn't weigh in. And I didn't feel like counting each one, but it had around 200 boats. So 2020, 200 boats. So in 5 years, it went from 200 to 214, 170, 86. Now, I don't know what that means. All I'm saying is this. If you're young and you want to keep fishing, you better start taking this stuff serious. You better start seeing what the problem is. Now listen, there's going to be a lot of guys on here that if this is a live scope problem, or it's an economy problem, or it's a whatever problem. Now the economy problem I have a hard time dealing with, because every time I go to the lake, there's freaking hundreds of people everywhere, all in their boats, all fishing. Some of them are fishing tournaments, some of them are just fishing. There's people everywhere. I know all these guys that still own boats, that still fish all the time. Okay. If the sport's growing so much, how come the tournament guys are dwindling? How come they're getting less? If the sport's growing and everything's growing, how come there's less people fishing tournaments? I don't think there's less people fishing. I just think there's less people fishing tournaments. At some point in time, you got to ask yourself why. Now, if you know the reason, and everyone's going to get on here and say all this stuff, okay, I'm with you on all this. It doesn't matter. If it is a live scope problem, if it is, it doesn't matter. There's going to be young guys on here like, well, they need to get with the program, man. They're just mad. It's irrelevant. It's irrelevant that they're not there. You can get mad at them all that you want to for not showing up. You're fishing tournaments now for half as much money. Now, some of y'all might not care. Some of y'all are so young that you're not having to pay for your boat. Or you don't care about making money. Maybe all you want are trophies. Maybe that's all you want. Okay? I can tell you one thing. Those trophies came with giant checks. We had a ton of people in those events. 2017, that one, 200 some guys in that Toyota. I know it was a lot. Like 50, 60 grand. I think I won like 50 grand. I don't know what it was. I think Riley Harris, when he just won this last one, won 30 grand. It's a $20,000 difference. What is that? 7, 8 years later. So as everything goes up in prices and it costs more and more to do everything. Same tournament, right? That was in February or March or something like that. He wins one that's 2 weeks apart on the same lake. He wins 20 grand less. Got a trophy, 20 grand less. 2026, right? Next year. How many are you going to have? 70? You're going to have 70 in this BFL? I know I'm going back Toyotas and BFLs. What's the Toyotas going to look like? They're going to have 70 as well? Is the guy who wins the Toyota going to win like 22,000 now? I get, man. I get it. It's hard. I understand. I'm talking to young people. And I'm talking to young guys for this. You can get mad at me all you want to. I'm out there. I'm going to be at this Toyota. 2026, I'm going to be there. The only reason I'm not here at the BFLs is because I stopped fishing BFLs a long time ago for other reasons. Okay? That was me, though. Most people didn't look at it like I did. I was like, man, I'll just travel around and go fish a bigger tournament. I don't think that that's happening, though. Okay? And then no one talks about that. I'm the only one. I get it. I'm the outlier. Y'all are so caught up in this, in your world of like, I'm doing really good and I'm winning tournaments and all these things, but you're not making any money and the tournaments are going down and you're going to look up, all of y'all, and there's not going to be anything left to fish. And if you do, it's going to look like a little club tournament. And maybe you're fine winning club tournaments. There's nothing wrong with winning a club tournament. But I like the fact that there were club tournaments, bigger tournaments, and really big events. And if I wanted to get in a really big event, I had that available for me. I had that option. You're not going to have any options. Y'all better get together and start looking at it and going, how do we fix it? I don't see none of y'all trying to fix it. Y'all are out there just like, your advice, and I get it, I understand it. I'm trying to give you some advice here. Every single time I talk to tournament directors, I tell them the same thing. I'm gonna tell you that every tournament director, if they want to, can get on this video and comment that I've talked to. And everyone will agree that I've told them this. I don't care what your rules are. I don't care about any of that stuff. All I care about is this. I want enough people fishing the tournament. I don't care what this guy says. I don't care what this guy says. Most of the time, anybody gives you advice for a tournament. If a tournament director asks guys for advice, I'd say 99% of them will sway what they tell them to benefit them. And I've told them, and every one of them, I promise you, every one of them, if they got on here and said, if Todd gives us advice, it's not for him, it's for the tournament organization to get more people there, because it's worthless if the people don't show up. I don't care. Great, you won a tournament with 22 people. It does no good for me. It does no good for the organization. The organization will fail, then we don't have a tournament to fish. I don't understand why some of these guys can't figure this out. I understand you want to win. I understand it's all in your favor now. I understand that y'all are doing good. You can get mad at me all you want to. Go win y'all's little tournament and win $1,000. It's not going to last. I'm not saying it's a live scope issue. I don't really care. I'm saying it's happening right before your eyes, and you better figure out a way to fix it, or you better start talking to some people and understand that it's happening. If you don't do anything about it, listen, I'm not going to fish for the next 20 years. Well, I'm probably going to fish. I don't know how long I'm going to fish. I've been trying to do it forever, guys. And y'all young guys, y'all better freaking get together and figure it out. That's all I'm going to say. Rayburn was one of the best lakes in the country at drawing people. All these tournaments are having a hard time going there now. Some of these other lakes are doing pretty good. Some of these other lakes are set up different. And there's going to be, I promise you, there's going to be people on here going, oh, quit crying. I'm not crying. I'm fishing to get, I show up to these events. I'm getting checks at these, I'm fine. I just don't like getting checks that aren't as big as they were a couple years ago. And I don't like looking at the fact that next year is going to be worse. And the next year could be worse. Man, make all the excuses you want to. It ain't going in the right direction. Y'all better start owning up to the fact that things might have to change, and it might not be in your favor, but it might be in your favor for the next 10 to 15, 20 years. It's a hard thing not to be like, look at things in a selfish way. I learned that in tournament fishing, that yeah, I would love things to be perfect and better for me all the time. But sometimes better is just making sure we have tournaments to fish with big numbers, so it's actually worth going fishing tournaments. If not, just go have fun fishing. Leave the tournament fishing to like, it ain't gonna be nothing anymore. It's just gonna be fun fishing. And that's fine, I guess. I'm a tournament junkie. I like to tournament fish. It'd be hard to fish tournaments when no one shows up. This isn't to young guys, by the way, either. This is to everyone. Even in the industry. Just wake up, man. Like, y'all know this is coming. See y'all.